Okay, so today I'm working on crossing here. I put these logs up before winter last year, and so I gotta do crossing that's big enough for the Mini X and everything else. So I've decided that all the bridges going forward, I'm basically cutting into 10-foot lengths and laying them across. I would like to basically skin these of the bark, but I'm not going to because I don't have the time. Well, I do have the time, but I just don't want to. So anyway, obviously I don't have enough to cross as of yet, but just gonna start chainsawing them up and kind of fitting them together like a little puzzle. I probably will try and move this over just a little bit because it's basically aimed. I'll go over by the Mini X in a second. The whole bridge is kind of aimed towards that big boulder, and I kind of have to go around the big boulder and then continue up through there. So it's I'll go over and shut the machine off. Oh yeah, I had some bear tracks somewhere. Oh yeah, right here. Old. I saw them last week, but basically, he's just a little guy, I guess. I don't know how big they are compared to their paws, but I only really see them around the spring, and then no more tracks the rest of the year. So anyway, pause for a brief second. Okay, other side here. So I've got these logs just sitting on basically my own little rock cradle, and then I've got these logs here sitting on rocks as well, and then I've got the dirt pushed up to it, which of course isn't optimal. It will eventually rot, but I'm not really worried about that right now. So I'm going to try and move that guy over a little bit and try and move this one over here a little bit. Problem is, when I was trying it last year, I remember it wasn't sitting properly, but I may need to just pop across there with the Mini somehow, some way. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm trying to adjust these, but I'm going to try and just kind of creep along here first and then move them over and then lay more of these logs down. So anyway, we will get at her. so that's the bridge so far. Obviously I'm not done. Need to get some more logs. Quite a bit of logs on this one here to cross, but I had some on the other side that fell during the tornado there last year. And then I went and done lost my tooth for my excavator. He's a little bit toothy. It's around in here somewhere, I believe. That's pretty sure I saw it, but it's all murky and sawdusty from the chainsaw. So I'll wait till tomorrow. Hopefully it'll clear up, and then I just don't want to start mucking around in there too much, and then it sinks into the mud and then I'll never be able to find it. But anyway, so that is, I think that is that for, I might continue a little bit on tonight. It's like 5:45 already, so I might also head back and start getting some food and get a fire going maybe. But yeah, pretty happy with the progress so far. So what I'm doing is basically I'm laying the logs down, twisting them till they fit nicely, and then I'm just taking the chainsaw and I'm cutting off things that kind of protrude in the way and make it almost try and, form each other, and just taking a chainsaw blade at a time. After I get them all on, I'll probably do another couple. Then I got to take out some high spots in here as well, because this thing's pretty bumpy going over, and the excavator is the worst for these log bridges because it just bounces all over the place, and then when it starts bouncing, it knocks all the logs loose, and everything's just lay flat, kind of fit, nothing's screwed down or nailed down yet. I may end up doing that just because. But yeah, anyway, fairly productive afternoon. Rained here a couple of times, but it's starting to rain again. So if I do something, then I'll do something. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, well, good morning. Hopefully today's going to be a nicer day. I think it is. It was completely bucketing down for the most part yesterday afternoon, so everything is very, very sloppy around here. But it is spring, so that's kind of the way it is. We're just on the way to the mill site right now. I'm going to go pick up the trailer and then continue to the bridge build that we were doing yesterday, and then I want to be able to really focus on a trail that I've been looking forward to building for the past couple of years anyway. It's not going to be a trail like a highway trail, much as you see these ones here that I've been kind of forming for the past couple of years, making wider to accommodate larger equipment like the side-by-side, and easier to navigate just because of hauling logs back and forth and having to need things, smoothish and dry when carrying logs or boards from the mill site back to the camp that we're building right now. But regardless, we're going to bring the dump trailer, or the log trailer, ATV log trailer, back with us, and if that helps out in the cause, because I have to collect a couple more 10-footers. Yeah, a couple more 10-footers to complete this this bridge that we're building. Oh, I totally attacked this one all wrong because the trailer's over there. Okay, I'll return once I'm hooked up to the trailer, because obviously I can't think and talk at the same time. Okay, all hooked up here, and I'm gonna take some of these logs and bring them with me. So if they're too heavy, then I'll just use the block and tackle and load them back up again. These are logs that from trees that were down from that trail down there. I just pulled them up. They really are not really worthy of any planking or anything like that. I was just gonna chop them up for this purpose anyway. So I had planned on using these guys over here, and I still continue to think I want to build the bridges like this, but I will probably work on the rebuilding of the bridges with this. So basically making like a 5x5 or whatever the log can handle. In this case it was 5 inches, so whatever I can get in 5 inches. I got a little bit wider for this one there than I did. Those ones are 5.5 by 5.5 or something like that. Anyway, it's just logs that I can't really mill up for pieces of, you know, planking or anything like that. I'm sure I could, but and it's maple as well, so it should technically be pretty strong stuff once it dries out. And then I'll maybe treat it as well, just so it lasts a little bit longer. But those are for the, you know, the rejuvenation project, rejuvenation of the bridges. Right now it's just get the bridges done type of building the bridges. Yeah. Anyway, all right, I'll get this stuff loaded up and we will continue to the site. Definitely a lot easier with the mini axe. Okay, I'll load it up with 5 or 6 logs. 6 logs. The last one was a little bit questionable as to whether I'm going to use it, but I'm sure I have worse on there from last night's rainy frustrations. Yeah. Anyway, that one was a little bit rotten out, so I just made that one a bit bigger just in case. Anyway, we will head to the new bridge site now. Okay, so they are on. There. Well, here, not on. I don't know how I'm going to get them on yet. I wasn't really thinking ahead here. I should probably have grabbed a chain and then I could just use the Mini and just kind of lift them off, but the Mini doesn't lift straight on. It only lifts sideways with the mechanical thumb, or with the thumb that I have on there. Anyway, this is what I did last night in the rain. Needed some dirt, so made basically a ditch line coming along there. I'm going to continue it and just flow it out there so it doesn't all erode all through here. I'll just build up this edge. And then same on this side, we got this huge rock there and there, but I just needed dirt, so basically just made a ditch line. There's another big rock right there, and the water will probably erode my bridge. Now looking at it, I'll probably have to clean up that edge there a little bit as well. But yeah, patted down this. It was a nice goopy mess last night, so it's nice and high, so hopefully it will dry out and become a nice gateway to the other area of the property, back area. Okay, so that is that for now. I'm gonna go grab a coffee, but not bad. Got her all slicked up. And at least it's a bit of a more of a gradual slope now. Got a couple of ditches roughed in. We'll let this all settle down and then grade it back up after a little bit. Anyway, I needed to steal a bunch of dirt and got myself a big old rock there. And then I trim up these logs and get some tighter spacing. Especially this one right here. All in all, not too bad so far. Not too bad at all.